What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we are going to be checking out the first, well, maybe not the world's first, but the first time seen here on the channel, a Double Legacy Charizard. Now, Charizard has been renowned in the Silph Arena for being really good. Blast Burn is a fantastic charge move. In Go Battle League, it's been alright. But there's always been this mythical fast attack called Wing Attack. It definitely increases its energy per turn and gives it a lot more diversity in terms of its coverage, especially against fighters. And it can spam its charge moves very quickly. And this has been a very sought after Pokemon for the Silph Arena. And today we are going to be checking it out because of Verrios. So shout out to Verrios. Thank you for submitting these battles. They are running a Wing Attack Charizard. Now you may be asking, how the heck does he have a Wing Attack Charizard? Elite Fast TMs haven't been out yet. What he had he had a Legacy Wing Attack Charizard already, and he used his Elite Charge TM from the Abra Community Day box to give it Blast Burn, which is how he was able to make it. So today, today's battles, we are seeing Meganium with Vine Whip, Earthquake, and Frenzy Plant. We are seeing Bastiodon with Smackdown, Flamethrower, and Stone Edge. And we are seeing Charizard with Wing Attack, Dragon Claw, and Blast Burn. And just like yesterday's video, at the end, we are going to review these Pokemon, give you guys my suggestions, and it should be an investment or not for the Great League. So I hope you guys stick around for that. But let's go ahead and get right into these battles. All right, so getting here into game one. Wing Attack Charizard, let's see how it does. We are in rank 8, 2490 rating right here. So on the cusp of rank 9, Verrios, I hope you make it, man. We have a Meganium lead versus a Hypno. Okay, this is not too bad. It all depends on the Hypnos, but typically we see in the Great League that Hypno leads will be running Double Punch. They typically have Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. That Thunder Punch for the Azumarill, the Ice Punch for the Altaria leads. But Meganium's Frenzy Plant is definitely going to hurt. Now we'll have to see if they swap, which they do. They go straight into Charizard. So we see the Charizard come out, and this is where some damage is going to start coming out. This is where Wing Attack is not only going to be doing super effective damage, but charge energy very quickly. As you guys are seeing, this is ridiculously quick. Dragon Claw is fantastic coverage against the meta. I'm going to be doing neutral damage here. Gets the shield as well, and he's almost already at another Dragon Claw right there. So charge move coming through. This is going to be the Weather Ball. Going to be resisted. No need to shield right here. And he's just going to keep farming down. Now he's going to go for another Dragon Claw right here. This should take out the Charizard as long as they don't shield. I don't imagine they're going to go into 2 shields against this Charizard. They do. They're risking it for the biscuit on this one. This Charizard now can put up 1 shield and completely farm down and potentially threaten the whole back line right here. So we'll have to see what happens. We see a swap now to Hypno. He's getting off another Dragon Claw right here. This is not going to be enough damage to take out the Hypno, I believe, but we do see the swap now. Nope, he's going to let the Charizard go down. So Charizard did his job. It got 2 shields, got the Hypno low and the Charizard super low with just going for Dragon Claws. Now we're going to see a farm down right here, potentially throw in another shield. Yep, so he's going to completely farm down with Vine Whip. Meganium with loaded energy in the back can hit a lot of meta Pokemon. The only thing really that would stop it would be the Altaria, but he has a Bastiodon ready for that Altaria. So things are looking pretty good. We do see the Charizard come back in, which tells us that there's potentially an Azumarill in the back, something weak to Meganium, maybe even Registeel. We'll have to see though, and it's going to be Defense Form Deoxys. Okay, so this works out just fine. Frenzy Plant here going to be neutral damage against the Defense Form Deoxys. Going to do quite a bit, and it's going to be able to get to another Frenzy Plant, and he's going to swap into Bastiodon on the charge move right here. This is likely going to be Rock Slide, which is going to be resisted. Yep, it's going to be resisted. What a flex right there. Now, even though counter damage is going to be adding up, the Bastiodon is so thick that it can just get off a Stone Edge right here. Charge move coming through. Probably going to be Thunderbolt when you're in a Defense Form Deoxys versus Bastiodon situation. You want to go for Thunderbolt for the neutral damage, which we see right there. And then Stone Edge right here, able to finish off Defense Form Deoxys. So, game 1, pretty good. We saw the Charizard able to handle Charizard pretty well, which Charizard is a rising grass type Pokemon in the Great League. All right, so moving into game 2 here. I really like this team, utilizing Charizard on this team as a safe switch. I think that's where it's best used. Like you guys are going to see right here, he's going to go straight into Charizard because if the Altaria stays in, the Charizard is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage very quickly with Dragon Claw, but we see the swap now to Medicham. So this is going to be pretty interesting. If Medicham can get a shield bait with Power Up Punch and potentially land a Psychic if it's running that, but he does get a shield. So now he's got to be wary of the charge moves coming through. Ice Punch Punch would hurt quite a bit. It's going to be Power Up Punch, so there's the shield bait. Now he has to watch out for the Psychic, but he's going to go straight for the Blast Burn right now. He definitely wants to get 2 shields out of here. So we'll have to see what the Medicham decides to do. And this is where Wing It, oh, it takes it out. That's how deadly Charizard can be, everyone. And we're going to see Ludicolo come in. Really interesting. I'm surprised we didn't see the Altaria come back in to farm down for energy. But again, Charizard has access to Dragon Claw to pose a threat to that Altaria. He's able to get the last shield right here. This is where Meganium can come back in. This Razor Leaf won't be doing a lot of damage. He's expecting the swap into Altaria. He's going to go ahead and shield the Meganium. No need to save this shield. Ice Beam would do quite a bit, and we're going to see the Altaria come back out. There it is, and this is what Bastiodon is built for. This is the OG wall to Altaria. Before Registeel got the move Lock On, Bastiodon was the thick boy of thick boys, and this is the reason why. Look at what's happening right here. Just absolutely walling this Altaria, slowly farming down. There's not a lot an Altaria can do to a Bastiodon. At least Altaria can fight against Registeel, but against Bastiodon, there is no hope. It's the biggest wall to an Altaria, which is why this team's kind of built that way. Having a Bastiodon really helps out to wall the Flyers, Skarmory as well. Now we are going to see the Ludicolo trying to make a last attempt, but that is going to be GG's. So we saw Charizard right there again against Medicham, picking up that wing attack. You're going to be doing super effective damage against fighters as well. So you still keep some of the grass and bug coverage with the instead of Fire Spin. So Fire Spin would have like the steels and ice on top of grass and bug, but now you pick up fighters instead. Now he has a fantastic lead here, Meganium versus Whiscash. That's ideal. And we're going to see a Toxicroak come out, which is where the Charizard is going to come in. Again, wing attack versus fighters. This is what you guys are seeing here. Charging energy very quickly, going to threaten the shields right here. Charizard will outpace the Toxicroak, and we're probably going to see a shield right here. There's no reason why he wouldn't. Sludge Bomb could threaten. Yep, he is going to shield. Okay, so he shields, going to farm down, and this is looking pretty solid. We might see the Whiscash come back in, and he can still threaten with Dragon Claws against this Whiscash. We're going to see the Skarmory come in, which is where Blast Burn now absolutely going to threaten a Skarmory right now. So we already know that Bastiodon can come in against the Skarmory, wall it, and then he has Meganium to wall the Whiscash there, but he's got to be careful of a Blizzard. Now he's going for Dragon Claw right here. His opponent may not be aware of how much energy he has. This is going to be shielded. Okay, perfect. That is awesome. Now he can bring in Bastiodon. Again, the OG walls to the Flyers. Look at this thing. Just walling. He's waiting for the swap. That Whiscash is lurking in the back. He needs to save the shield for the Meganium. And he won that switch advantage, which is just so awesome. So, Bastiodon just going to keep farming down. Man, good old days of 2019 Great League battles. Bastiodon versus Skarmory, a classic showdown. Flash Cannon in this situation is definitely the better move to be using, as the Sky Attack will be resisted. Stone Edge right here, not going to KO the Skarmory. It's going to be neutral, but he's going to be able to finish off with Smackdown, and we are going to see the Whiscash now come in. The second Whiscash comes in. He's swapping to Meganium. Going to be going for Frenzy Plant here. Loses CMP tie, throws up the shield just in case. This is not going to be a Blizzard, most likely. Only going to be a Mud Bomb, but no reason not to shield. Frenzy Plant here, going to be doing 4 times super effective damage. Going to be able to take out the Whiscash, and then Skarmory's going to go down probably just to a fast attack from Meganium, and that is going to be a GG. Moving into game 3 here, game 4. I always lose track. Oh, all right. So we have Meganium versus Clefable. Okay, not too bad of a lead matchup. If the Clefable decides to go into 2 shields, it's definitely going to be winning because of the charm damage. But Frenzy Plant will threaten right here. It's not going to be as threatening as a Sludge Bomb from Venusaur, which would do super effective damage, but Meganium's Frenzy Plant still needs to be respected. So we do see the shield come up from the Clefable. As you guys can see, Charm is absolutely destroying, and they're going for another Frenzy Plant here. So if they get both shields, this is going to be all right. It'll be an uphill battle if they're hiding an Azumarill in the back, but we'll have to see what happens. So Clefable farms down. We're going to see the Bastiodon now come out. This Bastiodon, again, only running Stone Edge, actually. My bad. Bastiodons typically run Stone Edge and Flamethrower. This one only has the Stone Edge. I should have noticed that earlier. I'm sure you guys have already commented down below, but that's okay. So Bastiodon, Steel type, right? Going to be resisting those charms, which is going to be pretty nice, but it's still going to chunk. Psychic coming through, not very effective. We see the swap now into Swampert. Oh man, he has 2 shields though. He's going to have to invest both against this Swampert to be able to take it out. We'll have to see what he decides to do, though. So he's already invested 1. We're going to see him go for Blast Burn here. Dragon Claw will still do quite a bit of damage, but I think Blast Burn is probably the higher damage move right here. Yep, it gets it very, very low. He is going to have to shield again, which is actually really nice, having shield advantage, 2 shields on the Swampert, able to finish it off. Fast moves take it down right there. We may see the Clefable come back in. No, we're going to see the Sunny Cast Form come in. Real flex right here. Going to be going for Blast Burn right here. Dragon Claws might have done, I think, a little bit better damage. It had been neutral. But it's still, man, Blast Burn's got to be respected. It does so much damage. This is going to be Weather Ball coming through, going to be resisted, not going to take out the Charizard. But he has Bastiodon still, which is going to absolutely destroy the Cast Form. We see the swap into Clefable. We see the swap into Bastiodon to finish off the Clefable. And then the Surrender right there. So good battle. Yeah, Charizard right there, super deadly. It's very, very deadly, especially with shield advantage, especially in the 2-0 you guys saw. Swampert had no chance. He was able to threaten the back line there with Cast Form and get it down low. So we have Meganium versus Altaria. Another lead loss right here. We'll have to see how the swap into Charizard pays off. So they do go into Charizard. Will his opponent switch out? His opponent's staying in. Dragon Claw going to be coming out. No, Charge Move coming through. This is probably going to be Sky Attack. Likely shielded by the Charizard. We'll have to see if we see a swap out from the Altaria here. If they don't swap out, Dragon Claw is going to now start threatening the Altaria. Super effective damage coming through. Not stab on the Charizard, though. It goes shielded, and he's already going to be at another one right away. This is going to, again, pressure shield, pressure health. This is what Charizard's all about. And he's able to chip away at the Altaria here without having to use the Bastiodon, which is kind of nice. He's going to be able to get to another Dragon Claw in time. This is what Wing Attack is built for, guys. Spamming Dragon Claw, spamming charge moves right here. Gonna get the second shield from the Altaria. Oh man, gonna go down, but he can bring in Bastiodon, and he has shield advantage, which is really nice. Now that the threat from Meganium is basically going to be off the field, unless they have something like an Alolan Marowak potentially, or some kind of fire. No reason to shield right here. Sky Attack's not going to do any damage. Altaria is going to go down. Oh, he let him attack him just a little bit. That's funny. All right. Next Pokemon is going to be a Melmetal. This is where the Meganium is going to come in. We'll have to see if we see a swap. His opponent now, having access to Superpower Thunderbolt, Rock Slide. This is likely going to be a Rock Slide. It's going to be Thunderbolt. Okay, resisted right there. We see the swap now into, oh geez, Alolan Muck. So Alolan Muck is going to be taking super effective damage from the Earthquake. And this is why eliminating the Flyer makes a big void for this Meganium basically to start sweeping teams right here. All it has to do is get to one more Earthquake. We're going to be seeing another charge move coming through, and he gets to the Earthquake in time. So Meganium able to sweep the back line, and Charizard like baited out the Altaria to stay in. We could have seen the Melmetal come in, but they didn't, or the Alolan Muck, to be honest. But yeah, very good battle right there. Alright, so those battles were pretty good. As you guys saw there, Charizard's pretty deadly on the safe switch. As long as there's like really not hard counters out there, Bastiodon would be a fantastic option right there as a hard counter. But yeah, Charizard looking pretty good, but let's go ahead and start from the top, right? So Meganium. Meganium, I think, is a staple in the Great League. I think it's definitely worth the investment, and right off the bat, I'm already going to tell you, it's like 8 or 9 plus in my book. In my opinion, what we're calling it, the Z rating, so basically like an investment, the higher the rating, the more I would suggest investing in this Pokemon based on the given meta. So if you're watching this video from a long time since it's been posted, metas may have changed, but as of right now, Meganium is fantastic. So we're going to take a look at Meganium. 21 on PvPoke's rating. Doesn't come as a surprise. This is why it's so highly rated, is going to be Azumarill Registeel. It breaks that core that we see in the Great League. On top of that, it can handle a lot of other stuff. Going to be very weak to flyers, fires, bugs, what have you. Move set. So Meganium, again, just like Venusaur, you want to be running with Vine Whip as the fast move. The reason why is we have fantastic coverage charge moves, Frenzy Plant and Earthquake. The only reason why you want to run a Meganium is for Frenzy Plant. So running Vine Whip, Earthquake, Frenzy Plant is ideal. Frenzy Plant is the Legacy Community Day move. Worth probably do an Elite TM if you don't have a good Grass type Pokemon for the Great League, or look for a trade, or just wait for December for the Community Day, where we'll be able to evolve everything based on the last 2 years. Taking a look at Meganium on the score breakdown, basically. So a lot of the meta Pokemon that we're going to be seeing, it's very, very strong, as you guys seeing. It breaks that Azumarill Registeel core, which is why I think it's probably the best grass-type Pokemon right now in the Great League. But it's going to be very weak to those flyers. On top of that, you can also beat Pokemon like Bastiodon, Mantine, Umbreon, Whiscash, Dugong, Lapras. So if you guys haven't seen the Venusaur video yet, Venusaur loses to Lapras because it doesn't have the bulk to survive the Ice Shards, where Meganium has that bulk. And then in terms of our top threats right here, Tropius, Altaria, Venusaur, Skarmory, basically flyers is really what your threat is. Some ice as well and some poison, which is why the Venusaur's in there with that Sludge Bomb, which is why Bastiodon's such a good cover for it. So taking a look at the covers, Registeel being the #1, no given. It's the #1 ranked Pokemon, Registeel. But Bastiodon is another great cover. Now, it is going to be losing to Venusaur, but it can be managed with this team. You have Earthquake, you have Flamethrower, and then Smackdown as well does quite a bit of damage versus Venusaur, and then you have Charizard as well. So this team can handle that Venusaur threat, which is why Bastiodon is such a good pairing and why he had that pairing there. And then because you're also weak to flyers, that's where Charizard can come in. Our typical flyers are going to be Skarmory, Altaria, and Charizard can break apart that core with its moveset on energy gain as well. Now we're going to take a look at Bastiodon. If this was pre-Registeel lock-on, I would say Bastiodon is a 10 out of 10, but because of Registeel, Bastiodon is no longer a 10 out of 10. It's still very high, guys. Rank 5. I would give this like a 9.9, right? It's going to be a huge dust investment. Right off the gate, I'm going to let you guys know, if you don't have a lot of dust and resources for Bastiodon, maybe hold off because he is a steep investment. He's going to be near level 40, plus you want the second unlock charge move. You can run with just Smackdown Stone Edge, but Flamethrower gives you that nice coverage, especially against Registeels. But as you guys can see, its job is to wall the flyers. It's a protector to a grass, so it walls Altaria, Skarmory, Tropius. It also does well against Alolan, Marowak, and Haunter, which is good to see. But you're going to be very weak to fighters and ground, which is why Lucario, Registeel, Medicham, Scrafty, Flygon are some of your biggest threats. Moveset. So you want Smackdown. Smackdown is why we run a Bastiodon. Smackdown takes care of those flyers. And charge moves, you want Stone Edge, Flamethrower. Flash Cannon is really not used a lot. Honestly, the staple moveset is going to be Stone Edge, Flamethrower. It's going to give you the best coverage on the meta. Flash Cannon I don't think is going to be needed. But again, your biggest weakness is fighting, ground, water, but you do resist quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to take a look at Bastiodon's meta breakdown real quick. Talk about what it's weak to, and it's weak to Registeel, Azumarill right off the bat, as you guys can see there, which is why it's such a good pairing with a Meganium, because Meganium's big weakness was that Altaria and Skarmory, but Meganium also covered Registeel, so they have a really nice polarity right there. You're also going to be weak to things like Defense Form, Deoxys, and Swampert. You're going to be weak to things like Vigoroth and Machamp, so those fighters. You're also going to be weak to a Meganium as well, who has that Earthquake. It's definitely going to hurt. Regirock is in there, but you're not going to see a lot of Regirocks. But yeah, biggest counters, Registeel, Swampert, and fighters. Like Mudboys, Registeel, Mudboys, and fighters is basically what you want to watch out for, which is why the coverage of Meganium is so strong. Now you can pair it with a lot of different things. So looking at this, it doesn't mean you have to run Verrios' team. You can run different variants here. Azumarill is a great pairing with the Bastiodon right there because you can handle a lot of these things you're going to be weak to. It might be a good safe switch option. Medicham as well and Gallade. But Venusaur's down here, Meganium's down here, so Meganium number 17. That's just because it could potentially lose to that Venusaur and Machamp, I believe. Yeah, the Machamp. But you rarely see those. Vigoroth is somewhat common, but it can be handled, right? It's going to be taking neutral damage from this whole team, so it can be handled right there. So Bastiodon, literally, like, if it wasn't for Registeel, I'd all point you guys in the direction for Bastiodon. But if you have no anti-flyers, like you have nothing, but you have some resources to use, Bastiodon is a fantastic option. You just got to build a good team around him. And for Charizard, the Pokemon that this video is all about. This is going to be an interesting take, and you guys may not like the answer. So, Charizard, right? Running Wing Attack, Blast Burn, Dragon Claw. It's so tough. Wing Attack is definitely a better move on Charizard, but Fire Spin in Open Great League might provide better coverage because you have the ability. So let's take a look at the Registeel matchup because I have a feeling this is Fire Spin. We'll have to see what it is. No, it's Wing Attack actually, which still does pretty well, so that's kind of surprising right here. but that does require shield baiting. So as we see, if we go into the 2 shield, this requires shield baiting from your opponent, which is totally doable, but what it doesn't do is have fire spin damage. So it's a very niche matchup. So if you see fire spin, we're going to be doing super effective damage with our moves, and we can potentially farm down right here. So it's the same wins, but you don't have to land a blast burn. You can just go straight Dragon Claws and just fire spin them down. That's the difference. Now, yeah, so Charizard, interesting pick. I'm not gonna rate it too high. I'm gonna give it like a 6, I think, because it's unique. I think it will do better in Silph Arena than in Open Great League. I think there's too many hard counters out there for the Charizard, but that doesn't mean... Oh, this is a Shadow one. Oops. Is this a Shadow one? It was a Shadow one. Normal Charizard, even lower. Okay, so I caught myself, but still, it's gonna be tough. I wouldn't say this is worth your TM if you're just doing Go Battle League. If you're just doing Go Battle League Elite TM, I'd hold off on the Wing Attack or the Blast Burn. Now, a normal Charizard, I think with Blast Burn would do okay with Fire Spin, but it's still not the best. I personally don't run it in the Great League. It's got too many common weaknesses, so Rock, Electric, Water, you're going to see a lot of that. So you're going to be seeing Bastiodons, you're going to be seeing... you know, Gavantulas, you're going to be seeing Azumarill that can handle this pretty well. So it's hard-hitting fast moves. So I would, yeah, Charizard's going to be like a 6 in my book. It's still good, and it could perform well, but it's not going to be overwhelming and be meta dominant. Now let's take a look at the scorecard for Charizard on the meta real quick. And we'll see why. So there's a lot of weaknesses there. So the one thing it can beat is Registeel, but we already have Meganium that can beat that, and you lose to a lot of things. And this is an even energy in the 1 shield. That's what this grid's off of. It doesn't account for energy advantage, which would change some of these matchups, which is why Charizard's a iffy situation, because I don't want you guys to just invest in it because you think it's really good and then it doesn't perform well. So just, yeah, be iffy on Charizard. But there's a lot of things that can take it out, right? Altaria, Swampert, Bastiodon, Defense Form Deoxys, Umbreon, Whiscash. Those are really common, and those could all be one team. You could literally have an Altaria, Defense Form Deoxys, and Azumarill team, and they could all beat the Charizard. So that's where I would say this is more niche when it comes to the investment. If you're looking into the Silph Arena, which all my Silph Arena battlers out there, you guys know Wing Attack Charizard will probably have its day again, and we're all going to be excited when it does. But for right now, for Go Battle League, I'd hold off. Charizard's okay, but I don't think not worth it. 6 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this end half of the video. I think I'm wanting to bring more value to these videos and let you guys be informed with what I honestly think about these Pokemon. For today's video, Meganium, Bastiodon are fantastic. I think Meganium is the best out of this group. It's going to be the best grass right now in the given meta. Bastiodon's really good, steep investment. I think Registeel is better than Bastiodon though. And then Charizard's very niche. Yeah, 6 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think about these ratings. Do you agree, or do you think there should be better? Do you think a Bastiodon's a 10 out of 10 and a Meganium's a 1 out of 10? What do you guys think? So let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.